We are currently at the Pike Place Market. This is our first stop. Inside there are all types of vendors. They got seafood that is very fresh flowers, they have art vendors and all kinds of stuff. This public market has been on our bucket list for a very long time. I've had a few friends that have lived here and a few people that have just visited, and everyone I know loves this place. So right now we are at the very first Starbucks, but the line is out the wazoo. So what we read online is that the best thing to do is to come see this and then go to the Starbucks Reserve, which is very close here. It's about a mile away. And you go there and you can see them roasting beans. And so we're gonna actually go get drinks and cups and all that good stuff from there instead of waiting in this atrocious line. It's very cool to see though. Okay. So right now we are at the Starbucks Reserve and Roastery. We're about to try Starbucks in Seattle, which is where it's from, which is really cool. Like I said, we didn't go to the other one because the line was so long and so crazy. And when we got here, it didn't look exactly like the pictures. If you notice, there's like a bunch of black boards and spray paint on those, and everything's really boarded up. And I assumed that it was for all of the protests and everything that were going on here. But we actually talked to a guy who's from here. I just asked him if he knew. And he said that there were protests and riots and everything happening right next to the Starbucks, and they just wanted to protect their windows because all the windows were getting busted out. So things look a little different right now, obviously because of coronavirus and all the protests and things like that. So keep that in mind whenever you see this video. And yeah, let's go get something tasty. Airbnb in Port Angeles because we didn't want to stay in Seattle for protesting reasons, and on our way there we got caught by a ferry. So we found out that we had to take a ferry, and because there were 4 of us, the ferry ended up being almost $50. So if you're going from Seattle to Port Angeles, make sure that you research exactly where you're going and what route you're taking, because that was an unexpected expense that we had. Not that it's gonna kill us or anything, but you know, that's something to be aware of. Like, your money on your trip is planned a certain way, so keep that in mind. This video doesn't actually show our time in Port Angeles, but we had the best time there, and I think it was probably our favorite part of the trip. So if you'd like to see that video, look to the top right now. Alright, so we are in Seattle again because we are back. Our flight got delayed by a day because of Hurricane Laura. So we are coming to see the Fremont Troll, which we missed last time, so let's go check it out. So right now we are at Gasworks Park. We are on the north side of Seattle, and we actually just went to the Fremont Troll, which is right down the street. So you can knock all of this out in one solid go. This used to be a gas mine. Now it's abandoned, and it's a park that they made it into. There's lots of people out here like biking and running and doing all kinds of stuff. So that's what's behind me. And also, I don't know if you can tell, but that's the Space Needle. I think I'm pointing at the right spot. It's a beautiful day. Again, there's lots of people out here, and it's really cool and kind of eerie, and I don't know. It's an interesting stop on your checklist. So right now we are in historic downtown Seattle. It's called Pioneer Square. This is where it all began for Seattle. I would assume that normally this is a very bustling part of town, but right now it is eerily empty, which is what we've experienced 90% of the time with COVID. There's not a lot of people out, which is good for safety because we're traveling, but it's also kind of creepy because it feels unsafe when people aren't around. I don't know if that makes any sense to you. If you've explored your own city without a lot of people being out, maybe you understand. We dropped off Brittany and Heath at the airport today. Again, our flight got delayed, so it's just Colin and I exploring Seattle right now. And the weather is absolutely beautiful, and we're starting to get hungry, but it's just a really nice day for a walk, and we're having a lot of fun, you know? Anyway, let's take you on our journey. Right now we are at Olympic Sculpture Park. It's a free park with lots of sculptures, and if you know me, you know that I love artwork and I love free sculpture gardens. There's something about it that makes me so happy. So we're walking around. I don't know exactly how big it is because there were really no signs for it. But if you put it in Apple Maps, it'll bring you right to it. And there are a lot of people out here just enjoying the day. And if you watched the earlier part of this video, you know that we felt very unsafe being downtown and that there were a lot of homeless people, and just felt very eerie. But out here it feels like the city's alive. So I think it just depends on what part of the city you go to. So if you're worried about that and coronavirus is still going on, I say come out here. I mean, there's people all over the place just enjoying everything, and I think that's one of the things that I really like about the West Coast. Everybody's just outside with their dogs, with their significant others, with whoever, their friends, and they're just walking around enjoying how beautiful the whole West Coast is. So I say come out here, it's beautiful. All right, so we bought tickets to go up to the top of the Space Needle, so we're gonna go do that. I think this is the thing Colin is most excited about in Seattle, and I'm pretty excited about it too. And I'm very glad that they have an elevator, because if you've heard anything about our Italy trip, you know that we went up a lot of stairs, up a lot of monuments, and I love a good elevator now. Like, I do not take them for granted anymore. What's cool is that the elevator is actually on the side, so I'm assuming that you get a pretty good view as you go up too. So let's go. So that's the end of our Seattle trip. We ended it on a high, literally. We are at the Space Needle in Seattle, and masks are required at all times, which is why I'm wearing this, talking to you. But this is a really cool view and a really cool spot. And a lot of people are standing on the glass and like leaning back and taking pictures and videos, and it's very, very brave. The breeze is great, the view is great. I know that this is a huge Seattle attraction, and I know that everybody comes here, and I don't think it takes any convincing to get you to come here, but you definitely should, because this is really cool. I hope that you have enjoyed our 16-day journey. If you haven't seen the rest of it, we started in San Diego and ended up in Seattle. So check out the beginning videos and make sure that you see all of that. We put a lot of hard work into these videos, and we had an absolutely great time coming out here. Again, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't. Like this video, ring the bell for notifications, you know, all those things that help our algorithm. It would mean so much to us. So if you followed us on this journey, put in the comments below where we should go on our next trip. We would love to hear from you, hear your favorite spots so that we can go and experience those as well. And yeah, well, thanks for watching. Bye.